Hi everyone. So today we are going to solve a question, the latest time to catch a bus. So this question has been asked in bi-weekly contest 82 of LeetCode. This is the second question of that contest. So in this we have been given two arrays, buses and arrival time of passengers. So to explain what we have given as, let's say we have been given one array which is buses. So this array is going to store the departure time of buses. So I plus 1, d of I plus 2 and so on. So this array is going to store departure time of n buses. So we have n buses. And we have been also given an array passenger. So this array is going to store the arrival time of passengers. So aj plus 1 and so on. And there are, let's say, total number of m passengers. So there are total number of m passengers, and we have been also been given the capacity of each bus. So let's say capacity is equals to C, and let's name these arrays as well as B and P. So B means departure time of n buses and P means arrival time of m passengers. Now the thing is that if we take an example, so we have been given that let's say buses are 10 and 20. So buses are 10 and 20. So this is like the departure time of two buses. And arrival time of some passengers are 2, 17, 18, 19. 2, 17, 18, 19. So in the first bus, one person can go, and we have been also given as capacity here as 2. So in each bus, 2 person can sit. Okay. So in the arrival time, we can see that one person comes at a time 2. The bus departs at the time 10, so that means that no other person can aboard in this bus, can get aboard in this bus. So in the second bus, 2 person are going to get in, 17 and 18. So this is only the 2 buses. Now we have to give a time at which time we can arrive, such that we can get on any bus, but we want the time to get maximized. Okay, so let's say we are a person who just wants to get late, as late as possible. So in this situation, if we arrive at the time 16, and there is another thing that the person who comes first will going to get on the bus first. Okay, so if we get on the time 16, that means that we are somewhere around here. And another condition is that we cannot arrive at the same time as some other person. So we cannot arrive at the same time. So let's say we arrive at a time 16, that means that we can aboard in this bus, in the bus which has a departure time of 20, and then 18 will not going to get in that bus. So this is the maximum possible answer. Other answers could be numbers which are less than 16 and not equals to 2. So 1 is also a time, not 2 is a time, 3 is a time, 15 is a time. But we cannot come to this times because we want the time to get maximized. So in this case, 16 is the maximum size. And also we cannot aboard the bus at 17 because some other person is already arriving at the time 17. Also someone is also arriving at time 18, and also someone is arriving at time 19. So if we try to arrive at the time 20, that means that 17 and 18 are already aboarding the bus, 19 and 20, so 20 is the person, so 20 is us. So we cannot possibly aboard the train, the bus. So we have to do this. Again in the example 2, we have been given the departure time of buses and arrival time of passengers. So another thing to note is that in the time of buses, departure time of buses as well as arrival time of passengers, we have not been given this array in sorted manner. So first we have to sort both of these arrays. So I have sorted both of these arrays. So let's first like think of the approach. Okay, so we want to like get on the bus at as late as possible, as late as possible. So like there is one condition that we want to abort as late as possible, as late as possible. All right, so this is first condition, and the second condition is that we cannot arrive at the same time as some other person. So arrival time should be different. Arrival time should be different. Arrival time should be different than other persons who have arrived. So we have to keep a track that if someone else has arrived on the same time, we have to choose some other time, and possibly we have to choose a time which is less than that time. So let's say that there are like a departure time of buses. So let's say departure time of buses are something like this: di plus 1, di plus 2, and at the end we have d of n minus 1. So this is the last bus which has a departure time of d of n minus 1. We also have some passengers as well. So there could be 3 cases, a total of 3 cases. So let's say that passengers have like all of the passengers are like already gone or have already aborted on the bus before this bus. So what I'm saying is that this bus has some space left. Okay, so this bus have some capacity left. So its capacity is or we can say that its space is not so let's say a capacity is equals to C. Alright, so its capacity is equals to C. So space filled by this bus is not equals to C. Alright, or in other language, the person who is sitting on this bus are less than C. Okay, so person who are sitting on this bus are less than C. So in that case, what I meant to say is that let's say departure time is 100. Okay, and capacity is 2. So capacity is 2 and departure time is 100. And only a single person is boarding in this bus, and that person has a time of 50. Let's say 50. Alright, and this is our departure time, and this is our passenger arrival time. So that means that we can get as late as possible, we can just directly go to the time 100, and at the same time at our arrival time the bus will depart. So like this could be our maximum time. So this is the first case. Now the second case is that let's say that all of like this bus is like completely filled. So S should be equals to C. So this bus is completely filled. So in this also like there could be some passengers left who have not boarded any bus, or there could be no passengers left. Like all of the passengers, like the last passenger is on this train only. Alright, so last passenger is on this train only. So that thing doesn't really matter. Thing is that this train is full now. So to abort this train, what we want is, let's say 5 persons are boarding this train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to abort this train, what we want is, we want a time which is less than any of this passenger, any of this C passengers. So there could be a total number of C passengers because this bus has a capacity of C. Okay, so let's say this is like C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Alright, C5. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to achieve a time which is less than C5. Okay, which is less than C5. Let's say if we are able to get a time which is in between C4 and C5, if we are able to get this time, then we can sit on this bus and this person will not be able to sit on this bus. But let's say there is no such space, there is no space in between C4 and C5. Let's say C5 is equals to C4 plus 1. That means that there is no space in between C4 and C5. Then I will try this space. Again there is no space in between C3 and C4. So this will become C3 plus 1. So similarly if we go and there is no space till here, till this position. So we will just constantly look, let's say our initial value was C5, we can see that there is already a passenger with this time, so we cannot abort the bus at this time. So we decrease our time to C4 or any other value if there is possible in between C4 and C5. So what I'm saying is, let's say this are total of 5 passengers. So time could be something like this, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So that means that to abort the last bus, I should have a time which is less than 10, because there is no possible, there's like not a possibility that I can abort the train in between any of these times, because other person have arrival time at 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. But let's say by chance we have something like this, that this is 15 or any other number which is greater than or equals to 15. Then we can definitely choose a time in between these two times, in between these two arrivals. That means that is going to cut the last person from the bus and we are going to arrive the bus. And that time could possibly be, let's say this is 15, or let's just consider it as C5. So that time could possibly be equals to C5 minus 1. We just need one time less than C5, one time less than the last person who is boarding the bus. And there is a possibility that we cannot achieve this time, so we will deduct our value. So let's say our arrival time is X. So we will deduct our arrival time until and unless we found a time in which no person is like coinciding with us, is no person is arriving at the same time as us. Alright, so now let's look at the code. So like this is the solution, we just want to find a time. And another doubt you might have that let's say this is in 10, right, and this is 9, 8, 7, we have like all of the arrival times till 1. Okay, so for this case they have already given us that arrival time should start from 2. So in the worst case arrival time will start from 2, and like all of the difference between other arrival times would be of only 1, and in the worst case our answer is going to be 1. Alright, so they have reserved this value 1 for us in the worst case, in the constraints they have given us. Okay, so now let's look at the question. So firstly we are sorting the bus departure time, and we are also sorting the person's arrival time or the passenger's arrival time. And then I have two variables, n and m. So n is basically number of buses. So n is number of buses and m is total passengers. Then we have two variable I and j. So I is going to point at ith bus and j is going to point at jth passenger. Also I have another variable space on the last bus. So we are going to store that in the last bus, is there any space left or not. Alright, so if there is any space left on the last bus, so let's say this was the last bus in which the last passenger hop in. That means that there is definitely space left on this bus as well. So what I'm saying is, let's say the last passenger is going to this bus, this or any other bus which is like less than this bus, or even this bus, the last person is like going to this bus, but still we have some space left. That means that we can definitely choose our time to be this value only, d of n minus 1 only, because this bus have any space left. And in the case where the last person is like sitting on any of these buses as well, last person is sitting on any of these buses as well, then also we can choose this time only, because we just want to get to the bus as late as possible. Alright, and we just want to arrive on any of these buses. That's why we are going to choose this time. If like no passenger is there, then we'll definitely choose this time. So we'll definitely choose the last departure time. Alright, the last departure time. So like this is this, and we have also stored the value of the last person, like the arrival time of the last person. So we are going to store both of these, and we have also a map. So this map is going to store all of the arrival times of passenger, and why we are doing that we'll know soon. So in this for loop, I am storing all of the arrival times in a map, in an empty map. So that is going to say that yes, that person has arrival time. So I'm just storing a boolean value, true or false, that at that time someone is arriving or not. Alright, so at any time someone is arriving or not. So MP means that. Now we are using a while loop. So in the while loop, what we are doing is we will stop our search if we have like all of the buses are filled or all of the passenger has boarded on the buses, right? If either of the case, we are going to stop our while loop, and inside the while loop, I'm like making another variable CC. So initially C is equals to capacity, and this CC is equals to capacity of each bus, or its capacity of each bus. To like distinguish between the capacity of each bus, I am making another variable CC. So capacity of each bus is going to be same as C. That's why I am initializing it with C. I am like making it in a new variable because I am going to deduct it for some reasons. That's why I am initializing it in a new variable. Now I am running a while loop, and I am seeing that in a particular bus, how many persons can aboard. So let's say the bus, right. So this J means for passenger, right? So let's say, so this J less than M means that if the last passenger has aboarded, then like break this while loop. If the last passenger has aboarded in the bus, then break the while loop. And this CC means that if the capacity is equals to 0, that means that like the bus don't have any capacity left, then also break the loop. And this BI is greater than PJ means, so this is like the departure time. So departure time is greater than the, B of I. So B of I, sorry. So the departure time is greater than the arrival time. So whenever departure time is greater than the arrival time, we are going to run the loop. If this is not the case, if departure time is lesser than the arrival time, then we are going to break the loop. And inside this, in each iteration, we are like decreasing one capacity, and we are like making one person sit. So whoever person is sitting is going to be the last person. That's why I am updating this last person variable. And also our pointer is decreasing. So pointer is currently pointing at the jth passenger. So this J is pointing at the jth passenger. So if jth passenger is like aboarding on this bus, so then the next passenger to aboard, so the next passenger to sit on the bus will be jth plus 1th person or passenger. So this is it. In outside this while loop, I am increasing the value of my bus, and also like we have a variable space on the last bus. So I'm storing a variable space on the last bus. That space on the last bus could be range from 0 to this variable C. Alright, that could range from 0 to this variable C. Okay, so after this loop, I am like initializing the time at which I can possibly arrive. So that time could be some value less than the last person arrival time. Alright, that some value less than the last the person who has arrived on the bus at the end. Okay, so this is it, and after that I'm like I have written here two base cases. So one base case is like in the last bus there was some space left. In the last bus there was some space left. That means that I can possibly choose a time which is like the last departure time. I can possibly choose a last departure time as like the possible time. Alright, so I have done this. After this, I'm like running a while loop, and in this I'm just like directly decreasing the value of x, and I'm checking with the map that whether that person is whether that passenger has an arrival time or not. So in the map I'm checking that only, and at the end I'm just directly returning x. Okay, so this is it, and if you try to submit, this will like run fine as well. Yeah, so this is running fine. So this is it. If you have like watched the video till now, and if you have understood the solution, please hit that like button, and if you have any other doubts, you can pin those doubts in the comment as well. All right, so thank you.